Okay.
Imagine you're 18 years old, freshly graduated from high school, and on your way to military boot camp. You feel a mixture of emotions: excitement, nervousness, and maybe a little homesick. Over the next few years, you pour all your efforts into defending the United States and all the people that call it home. When it's time to leave, you're honorably discharged and beyond relieved to relax. The first couple months are joyful, and you're happy to spend time with your family. But as time goes on, you start to become worried. You're worried because nobody wants to hire you. You're watching your friends who serve by your side not receive proper health care and therapy. You watch as months of unemployment result in homelessness in the veteran community. This is an unfortunate reality that many veterans face, leaving over 40,000 veterans homeless every year. Hi, my name is Kylie McKee, and my goal today is to bring awareness to the struggles that veterans face and how we can help them. So how do veterans struggle after service? It is common for veterans to experience homelessness, unemployment, and mental or physical health problems after service. Veterans are 50% more likely to become homeless than any other American due to poverty, lack of support networks, and harsh living conditions. Homeless veterans face hunger, extreme weather, violence, unsanitary living conditions, and limited access to health care. There are support systems for veterans who need help, like the VA or the Veterans Association, but this help only reaches about 20% of the homeless population. Veterans also struggle to get hired because of large cultural gaps and lack of integration by veteran care programs. Interviewers and employers seem not to be interested in people with military backgrounds and sometimes don't even ask about past military experience. Along with employers not being interested in people with military backgrounds, many people find the transition from the military to the average lifestyle very difficult. This is a huge change to get used to, especially if a veteran is dealing with physical, mental challenges, which is not understood by many employers. For most veterans, the choice to serve will be with them for the rest of their lives because of physical and mental health problems that linger. 1 out of every 10 veterans alive today was seriously injured at some point while serving. Along with injuries during service, veterans also experience health problems later in life as a result of their duty. ALS, Parkinson's disease, traumatic brain injuries, and all kinds of different cancers are all linked to veterans in their service. Herbicides and other forms of toxic exposure are the root of these problems and affect the veteran community greatly. The most publicized mental health challenge that veterans face is PTSD. This will trigger in people who have witnessed a terrifying or shocking event or series of events. This is a common mental health struggle for veterans because of the stress that is put on their body and mind during service. It is critical to understand that PTSD is not the only mental health challenge for veterans. Depression, traumatic brain injury, substance use disorder, and interpersonal violence also widely affect the veteran population. Due to the many mental health challenges that veterans face, unfortunately, data published by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs in 2016 indicated that veteran suicide rates were 1.5 times higher than those of non-veterans. It is estimated that 17 veterans commit suicide per day. A frequently asked question is, do veterans actually receive the care they need for their post-service struggles? The answer is not really. The DAV survey, which represents 22 million veterans, shares that 50% of veterans do not feel the government is providing quality, accessible health care. This is why it is so important to help, so that all veterans get the care that they need and deserve. I was curious to see how many people my age were aware of veteran struggles. I sent a survey out to some of the students at Bow High and received 51 responses regarding my survey. The first question I asked was, do you have a friend or family member who has served or is currently serving in the U.S. military? 82% of the surveyed students responded yes. This is shown by the pie chart closest to the left of the screen, with the blue portion representing the 82% voted yes. This number was exciting to me because it shows that this topic can be related to by many students at Bow High School. The next question I asked was, are you aware of some of the struggles that your friend/family member could have faced after being discharged? For example, unemployment, homelessness, or physical or mental health challenges. The responses to this question are shown by the middle pie chart. 47% responded yes, 31% responded no, and 21% responded maybe or unsure. This was interesting because even though the majority of Bow High School has a connection to the military, less than 50% of the population is aware of the post-service struggles veterans face. This is why it is so important to spread awareness so that people become comfortable with supporting their friends and family members in the military in the ways that they need. The last question I asked, which the results are shown by the pie chart all the way to the right, was, have you ever donated to a foundation for veterans in need? Only 37% of the students said yes, but I have faith that we could easily raise those numbers. So what did I do to help? Well, I started with an idea. I knew I wanted to help veterans, but how? I realized I've always wanted to learn how to garden and grow my own produce. So I began my gardening journey. I planted wildflowers, sunflowers, and chives and focused on helping them grow into strong plants. This was a very rewarding process because I learned so much from it and hope to continue in the future. After my plants bloomed, I set up a table on my road and asked for donations for veterans in exchange for wildflowers or sunflowers for my garden. Many neighbors, kids, and walkers stopped by interested in my project. I explained my goal of raising money for the veterans in need in my senior project. People were super happy to donate and felt good about where their money was going. Raising money may be easier than you think, and I believe it is something that anyone can do. Start with an idea or something that you love and find a way to engage your community and pique their interest in your topic. Now, what can you do to help? One way is to simply spread awareness of the issue so that people know about veterans and common post-service struggles. You can find your own way to collect donations similar to the way I did, and finally, you can donate. Mail donations to New Hampshire's Veterans Home, 139 Winter Street, Tilton, New Hampshire, to support your local NH veterans. You can also scan the QR code displayed on the screen if you would like to support veterans using your smartphone. All donations will go to support disabled and wounded veterans. I will display this QR code again at the end of my slideshow if you may need more time, and thank you if you choose to donate today. In conclusion, I believe it is best said by homeless advocate and film producer Maria Kumo Cole. Homelessness and at-risk veterans need more than just shelter. We must give them the tools to empower themselves and reclaim the self-worth and dignity which comes from occupying a place in the American dream. It is a dream that they fought so hard to defend for the rest of us. I hope you all had some time to reflect on the service, lives, and struggles of our United States veterans. If you'd like to donate to the New Hampshire's Veterans Home or use the QR code, that is incredible, and I thank you. If you'd like to donate a different way, I encourage you to do your own research and find a way that works for you. Thank you for listening. I hope I've influenced you to help a veteran in need. Thank you. Any questions? Yes, Sophie.
Do you have any personal relationships with veterans or like VAs or anything?
My mom worked for the VA, and my grandfather was a Marine. Yeah. Thank you.
Nice job.